Achieving optimal body mass for performance should be simple. Because you know what? In order to get where you need to be, we've just got to get the calorie balance right. Energy in versus energy out, get a slight decrement, and you're going to be going where you need to. Unlike me, who's about to go through a massive great bog. Anyway, so, sunlight. Dog. So, it's about getting that balance right. And it should be simple, but it's not. And one of the things that I find a lot of people do, a lot of athletes do in particular, is they will cut the carbs. They'll take the carbs out, they'll reduce the carbs out, because we can see weight loss occurring with that happening. And it happens often quite quickly. The problem is we need carbohydrate to fuel our body during exercise, and particularly if you're doing higher intensity exercise. The higher the intensity exercise you do, the body becomes more and more and more reliant on carbohydrate. Now, the misconception here is that if you cut carbs from the diet, what effectively is going to happen is your body has to use fat as fuel, and therefore you're going to lose body weight because that's what's going on. It doesn't happen that way. What happens is that if those carbs aren't on board, you actually start breaking down more protein. Yes, you will burn fat, but you actually start breaking down more protein. And in essence, you actually need carbohydrate available to fully metabolize fat properly anyway. So cutting the carbs is not the answer. Carbs, for the majority of people doing what endurance performance, high intensity exercise, should be seen as one of the staples that they shouldn't be cutting down on. You should be looking to keep a reasonable amount of carbohydrate in your diet to allow your body to fuel properly. Now, I know people will go keto. I know people will do what I call crazy things. And I know people also go too high sugar, too simple sugar. So it's not as simple as just going, I'm going to cut my carbs, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. It's a real delicate balance in terms of making sure that the timing, the optimization of the fuels, the balances is all correct. So whilst in theory, it's simple, energy in, energy out, I'm going to lose weight, it isn't as simple as that. And if you're struggling, I'm here to help. And I'd love to do it. And we are going to put some webinars on. So stick in the comments below webinar, and we will give you a link that you can register for the webinars that we're going to be running next month, which are going to be all about foundation of training and all about getting your energy balance right to ensure you perform at your peak. Because I'd love to have you along. I'd love to give you loads of information that I've got stored up here at the moment and get you to the level that lots of my athletes perform at to ensure you perform at your peak. So drop a comment below webinar and we will be in touch.